Okay, I had a video earlier where I was talking about resigning from this straw man, and I told y'all in the beginning I was looking into it, and y'all know I like to look up stuff. I'm very skeptical when it comes to. I don't follow people. However, I will listen to some information to see what it is somebody has to say, but I'm going to also validate it. I'm going to go look it up and see if it's something that really can be applied. And I was listening to an audio where I saw, a few people on the internet that people know about, and I posted one of them. There was what's his name, Patrick Devine. He was one of them. I was just on a video. Actually, I haven't posted it yet, but he was talking about it as well. They're resigning from the corporation. Now, if you look at the definition of a corporation, it does have the same characteristics of the straw man, though. It really does. I did look that up. However, that's not what these codes were talking about. These codes weren't talking about how you can resign from the straw man itself. It was talking about other, because keep in mind, you are considered the principal of the straw man. The principal. Notice when we were talking about the revocation of the power of attorney, which is solid. We've been talking about that, revoking other people's power to operate the Sesta K Trust. The all caps name, the straw man. That's the Sesta K Trust. Okay? But you're the principal. And you being the principal, you're the one that actually have the power to authorize somebody to do something. And you can, and if you have the power to authorize it, you have the power to actually to revoke the authorization as well. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I don't want to have Cornell Law all on my videos, because a lot of times I believe that's how they messed up my damn channel. So I'm trying to put something over here. Right here. Principle right here. It says, in general, a personal thing that is more important than others when identified for a particular purpose. More specifically, in various contexts, someone who authorizes another to act in their place. So you're the one that has the ability to revoke someone's power of attorney when they're operating as an agent to operate as attorney in fact over the trust, over the Sesta K Trust. I'm gonna use the Sesta K Trust when I'm talking today for this video. You also say the basic amount of debt or investment. That's not what it's talking about on a price on something. Number 3, these are all meanings of this term. Say someone with primary responsibility to perform an obligation. Now notice anytime you go to if it's a website, say you got a trust or any type of entity that you're trying to get an EIN number for, it asks who's the responsible party. And if you're making yourself the responsible party, keep in mind the IRS only deal with entities. You can't put living man information on the IRS website because they don't deal with living men. Some people try to manipulate these people's stuff and you can't do that shit. But that's why as you see, when you put your name down, put the straw man name down, the Sesta K Trust name down, they ask what the social security number is to that name. So you have to put that there before it can even move forward. So if you're getting a domestic EIN for your entity, whether it's a trust or any other type of entity, you get an EIN number assigned to it. It's going to ask you for the social security number. It's talking about the Sesta K Trust. There's no way around attaching that unless you're gonna get a 9(8) number. That's the only way is if you get a 9(8) number. But you can still have control of an entity that you created, when you even having a domestic entity. But that's not the topic we're talking about. Some people try to make it like if it ain't 9(8), they can do what they want to do with it, and that's a fucking lie. There's no law that says that shit. Okay, they can exercise jurisdiction in a case, but they don't mean they get to railroad your stuff. They can railroad a straw man alone if you know how to control it. But we're gonna stay on topic. Now, back to at the bottom down here, it says the corpus of a trust. See what I'm saying? It says the corpus of a trust. And if you look at corpus, it don't mean dead. It means the body. That's what corpus means. That's a Latin term that means body. Okay? So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I show y'all so y'all can, you won't see anything Emerald that made up something. Which is composed, they say corpus of a trust, which is composed of the assets funding the trust. It's funding it. Everything is coming from you. All the energy, all the energy that was, that caused the assets, the accumulation, the building of the estate of the trust came from you. It's you. So I'm gonna show you that it's not talking about a dead body. Just so I know y'all think about corpse when y'all hear that word. Of course, I think about it too. So of course I had to look it up to confirm what I'm talking about. Okay, right here. You know that's Cornell law, so we will use it, but I ain't going on the website. Corpus is a Latin word for body, which can have several meanings. Okay, including referring to the body of the prisoner as an habeas corpus, and in the context of criminal law. And then it says in context of trust law, corpus means the property or premises of a trust for which the trustee is responsible. You're the one that's responsible for that straw man. You're the one that control it. You're the one. That's why when you get when they're trying to do business with that entity, you're the one that they serve. They serve you. You just have to control it. You have to learn how to control that straw man. But to try to remove yourself from it, now you can't walk around here nameless. You got a name. In the commercial world, you have to have a name to do business. Yes, you can operate from the trust. I thought about that in my previous video. I thought about that, but I'm like, when they ask who's the responsible party of the trust, what name am I gonna give them? We talking about the commercial world now. The responsible party, and the responsible party, they want to know where's the principal. When it comes to, as a matter of fact, let me go back to what I was just talking about with the principal. It says it comprises, they say, which composes, say, the corpus of a trust, which composed of the assets funding the trust. So it's like, how you gonna fund it? You're the one that's doing all that. You're the one that's responsible for it. Everything starts with you. So you're the root of the building of that entity that you're trying to do business with. So they want to know, So I don't want to go off into trying to explain myself in a more complex fashion. I just want to keep it kind of simple. But you can't walk away from. The only way you're gonna walk away from that name is when you pass away. So I don't see, unless you're gonna change your name, and you still gonna have to have a name as long as you're alive. You gotta have a name to be able to do business. Let's see. In the commercial world, in the private, you can call yourself Junebug for all you want to, but you can't do business with Junebug anyway. You can if you want to, but you got to have an EIN number attached to it. Just like all the rappers and all the singers, they got those names that they do business with. But I guarantee those names got EIN numbers attached to them. You can't just run around here with no name. So you're just gonna walk away from your straw man, These are records that's gonna be here. They're gonna be here when you leave. So that's why we can look in the history books and find these names of people who passed, people that came and left before our time, and we can still read up on them. I'm gonna show y'all something. Now, they got securities and all that stuff in place concerning these names. I want to show y'all this form real quick. The same form right here, Secretary of State right here in Georgia. See right here, notice these are all different types of entities they were talking about. I was stuck with saying it's a corporation because of the characteristics that I was talking about. And I was looking at here saying current street address, which would be the address in which where you lay your head at. And it says, and the county of registered office of the file, on file with the Secretary of State. So I'm thinking I'm thinking the birth certificate, address goes there. This is what even they were saying on the Patrick Devine audio that I was listening to as well. He was telling them to do that. And of course, your name goes there, of course, in its proper style. And then it's saying dissolve it to try to to do away with it altogether. But this is talking about these right here. Just like if you go on the Secretary of State website, I'm gonna show y'all an example in a minute. You go on the Secretary of State website and you can create corporations and you pay those annual fees to keep these things up and going. When you create them through the Secretary of State, you can also dissolve them through the Secretary of State. That's what this thing was talking about. It wasn't talking about the straw man. Okay, it was it was something else I was gonna show y'all. Let me see, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I think it was I'm gonna go to the website. Here we go. I'm gonna go to the website. Down here. Okay. Just go and log in. Right here. Where is it now? Where is it at? Where is it? Registered. I found it earlier, real quick, like. Registered agent. Here we go. Registered agent resignation. Notice the first thing they do is they ask you for a control number or the business name. Control number. See, I was thinking when I saw it on that form. That's what I was looking for. Control number right here. Entity control number. It's talking about one of these. It's not talking about the straw man. Your straw man doesn't have an entity control number. I'm thinking they were talking about, maybe they're talking about the state file number, but it's not. It's talking about a control number, just like it said. And right here, you don't have a control number for the straw man. So you would not be able to find it on here. You wouldn't find it on here. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna show y'all this is an entity I made up that I also had. I had a control number years ago, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I never used the damn thing. I don't know why the hell I did in the first place years ago. I'm gonna show y'all something. Right here. Instead of me doing that, I didn't have a control, and I thought I'd put that in there. Ah, damn it, Mike. I ain't know it was gonna do me like that. I did this here years ago. I forgot I did it. I was really just kind of playing with it to see what I could find. But I forgot I did this years ago. Because I never did business with it. Here it is. Watch this. It's doing a search. See right here? I did this years ago. Never did use the number at all. Never even used it. Look at the status of it. It's dissolved. We're talking about trying to, because I never did no business with it. It's domestic. It dissolved. It did that because I never used it, never did anything with it, whatever. And that was the status of it. See, before I go into putting, I'm glad I didn't show y'all that. Well, I actually can. I don't live there anyway, so that's an old address. I don't live there. I left my hometown. But anyway, this is what I was just showing y'all. This is that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about, like resigning from being registered agent from the straw man itself. It's talking about from these other entities that you have here, like limited liability companies, LLCs, limited partnerships, those types of entities that you have to create through the Secretary of State, not the one that was created when you were born. Okay, it's not talking about that. So you the principal. So you being the principal, you can still take control of that. You can still take control of the straw man. Stop running from the straw man. Just take control of it. The thing is, these officials only have power that we consent to giving them. So we have the power to actually revoke their power of attorney. The springing power of attorney is truth. It's the truth. We see that they do these things from when we're born, and until we take control of it by revoking their power and taking control of the name, claiming, doing putting the things in place like trademark it and, trade name registrations and stuff like that. You take control of it and you revoke their power, and then you're able to operate properly. But all this thing right here, trying to walk away from the straw man altogether, I don't see nothing. I don't see that working at all. And I've seen people try. I've sat and watched videos and listened to people talk about it. Even people on the internet that's got like been on here for years. Keep in mind, these people on the internet, they're here to make money. Okay, but some people don't have a problem with, you know, allowing morals to be set aside for the sake of their arrogance. They don't want to sound like they don't know what they're talking about. They don't want to sound like they dropped the ball. They want to always sound like they know they got it on point. They never want to be corrected about anything they're doing wrong. And they won't pause. They won't pause and no, that's not it, y'all. Scratch that, y'all. I'm back at the drawing board. They won't do it. Most of them won't do it because they have a reputation on here. And people think they believe, you know, these people think these are true gurus who know, and they don't let that hoorah energy scare you, know. Don't let that shit amp you up, because I hear a lot of these guys be on here. They be talking like these police officers out here scared of them. Oh, they scared of me when I come here. They know who I am. You know, ain't nobody scared of these motherfuckers out here, man. Ain't no damn body out here scared of them. You believe that shit you want to. They sound like that on the internet, so they can so you could think there's some type of tough guy out here in these streets. But then while you giving them your money and they out here they up in here counting your money, and you out here getting snatched out your car, getting tickets, going to jail because you riding around here with these fake ass tags they got you putting on your car. Shit that you don't know how to defend. Shit that they probably not even doing themselves. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be willing to look into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to look into something and be willing to just say, I fucked up. I fucked up before. That's why some of the stuff in 2019 that I was teaching, I would not teach now. I don't teach the assumed name certificate because I know the assumed name certificate is hit and miss. And it's more miss than hit. So I would not tell anybody to do that shit no more. Because I got a few testimonies don't mean, okay, support it. Somebody might have looked up and got through the doors here and there. I don't know. But I wouldn't support it because I'm not, for one, if you're not in Minnesota, you shouldn't be trying to do one. That's just my opinion. So if anybody chooses to do that, that's on them. But I would not encourage it. So I would say look in your state statutes and do exactly what the state statute, what they have laid out for you to do. Because that's the jurisdiction that they have. Everybody, all these states have their own method of doing things. But this right here, this ain't it. This ain't it. And don't get me wrong, I typed up something and everything, ready to send it off. And call myself, you know, try to see if I can look into it and see what happens. That ain't it, y'all. It ain't it. So, but the thing is, I had to make sure I make this video so y'all can get where I'm coming from with it. So it was worth looking into, worth a try, but that ain't it. I hope y'all already liked and subscribed already, and I'll see y'all in the next video. That's pretty much it. That's all I got to say, y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Emerald signing out.